Hello everyone. Discovered by astronomers, there is a star named Betelgeuse, are in the final stages of life. Supernova can explode at any time. It will then be brighter than the full moon in Earth's night sky. At that time it can be seen more clearly than during the day. If this really happens, then you don't need to turn on the lights at night. The brightness will last at least half a year. It can help us save a lot of electricity bills. From an astronomical perspective, Betelgeuse is currently 640 light-years from Earth, belongs to the red supergiant star family. The radius is more than 1,000 times that of the Sun. If we change places with the Sun, 4 Earth-like planets in the solar system will be swallowed. Jupiter will be the closest planet to the star. The diameter is 1,000 times larger than the diameter of the Sun, but Betelgeuse's mass is actually only 20 times that of the Sun. This shows that its material density is very low. After the hydrogen element inside is exhausted, the shell has begun to move, driven by radiation pressure, constantly expanding. At this time, the inside had turned into a helium fusion reaction. Helium condenses into heavier carbon. Carbon accumulation will cause the core temperature of deep bromine to continue to increase. Eventually, the entire core will collapse after just one pressure. Then there was a violent explosion. Energy is released within seconds, equivalent to the past billions of years combined. Star brightness will become number 1 in the Milky Way in a few seconds. Recently, Betelgeuse's brightness is monitored. There have been many changes, and part of the shell was thrown out. Consider the 640-year time difference between it and Earth. Some astronomers think it may have exploded, but we won't be able to see it until 640 years later. In other words, if the next second, in the sky, suddenly an extremely bright star appeared, so that means Betelgeuse just created it. Now we see, conservative estimate, Betelgeuse's post-disbandment brightness can reach 3 times that of a full moon. There is no cloud cover. This brightness can completely replace street lights. Most importantly, the entire enemies of the gods in history. Only once, a supernova explosion occurs. At that time, scholars could read books at night without lighting a lamp. The Crab Nebula today. The Crab Nebula today. That's what remained after the supernova explosion that year. So after Betelgeuse explodes into the future, in addition to leaving a white dwarf star in the core region, or beyond neutron stars, a debris nebula several light years away will also form. This type of nebula contains some heavy elements, often becomes the birthplace of stars. 4.6 billion years ago, the Sun was born in a similar nebula. Therefore, the Sun carries some of its own heavy elements. These elements later formed the Earth. Life flourishes on Earth again. So a supernova explosion. In fact, in the evolution of life in the universe, indispensable part, it has succeeded in extracting heavy elements from the cores of stars, spread into the universe, create conditions for life to arise. But our Sun did not explode like a supernova, because its mass is too small. 5 billion years later, although the Sun will expand and become a red giant, but only one white dwarf star can be left in the core region. Most of the star's matter is ejected by radiation. Stay away from nuclear stars, ultimately forming a planetary nebula. In short, no matter when Betelgeuse explodes, its impact on the Earth is limited to illumination. Only supernova explosions occur within 20 light-years. Radiation is harmful to life on Earth. The 20 light-years around the Sun are essentially red dwarfs. Their lifespan can be up to hundreds of billions of years. There is absolutely no risk of a supernova explosion. See you in the next videos.